Scraping Google Maps for leads usually means either installing a Chrome extension or having to learn how to use yet another tool. And in the end, you still don't have any contact information, or more importantly, names of people who you can actually reach out to. But what most people don't realize is there's a way to pull businesses from any city with their ratings and websites in just one Claude prompt without any scraping tools. I just ran it on privately owned gyms in the Austin, Texas area and walked away with over 60 businesses and 100 plus emails in less than 15 minutes. And I'm going to give you the entire workflow. How you prompt Claude really makes a difference in the types of results that you get back. If you want to learn more about that, make sure to check out this video where I break it all down for you. But basically, for any solid prompt that you want to create for Claude, or for any LLM for that matter, you want to make sure to have a 4-part structure that I call the CAFE framework. C is for context. Who are you? What's your business? What is it that you're trying to get done? A is for action. What do you actually want Claude to do? Is it describe something or find something? Be clear about what the action is. F is for filters, and this is the specific criteria that you want Claude to use. Basically, anything that you would use to narrow down a list. For example, include X, not Y, that would go here. And the more specific that you can get with your filters, the better the result. And E is for end results. What do you want the answer to look like? Is it a paragraph, an interactive table? Make sure to specify. So let's go through my prompt really quickly. All right, so for our context, I'm building a list of privately owned gyms and health clubs in Austin, Texas. For our action, use the Google Maps Places tool to find every privately owned gym and health club in the Austin, Texas area, pin them on a map with their ratings, addresses, and number of reviews, and then give me a list of company name, address, website, Google rating, and review counts, and then what type of facility. For filters, I want to make sure to exclude national chains. I only want privately owned businesses, and this can include Pilates and yoga studios, boxing gyms, etc. And if a business doesn't have a verifiable website, to make sure to flag that for me. And for the end result, I want it to give me a Google Maps view and a clean list organized by category. All right, so we're gonna hit enter. Claude is gonna use web search to pull up all of those results for us. So it's gonna take a few minutes while it's doing all of that. So we're gonna pause and come right back when it's all finished. It looks like it's all finished. Now, in the event that Claude for some reason doesn't pull up a map like you requested, you can simply ask Claude to rerun the prompt and to use a Google Maps Places tool in order to show the results on maps. Now let's just look at our results really quickly. Claude has given me 2 maps. The first one isn't loading images for some reason, but the second one is. I can scroll down and see all of the different gyms that have been listed out. I can grab and move around the map as I want to. Then let's just click on individual rating pins and it'll pull up the exact studio. We can scroll and see images. It's a really nice studio actually. Or we can even click down here and then open this up into our Chrome browser and Google Maps. Okay, that looks great. Let's close this window and let's scroll through the results that it's given us. So it has full service gyms, there are 10 of them. It's given us the name, address, website, rating, numbers of ratings, and the type of gym that it is. And let's just continue to move down. CrossFit affiliates, we have boxing and Muay Thai gyms, yoga studios. Most of these it looks like we have websites for. Pilates studios. There are a few we see that these boutique fitness studios, for some reason, it says no website came up and to verify it manually, which we can do that later, or I can always ask Claude to rerun that and double check. And in total, it's given me 69 different gyms. But while some of these companies do have multiple locations, in total, we have 59 different businesses. So those are really great results. And now I have a list of 59 companies and company websites. But I have no way of reaching out to these people, and I don't know who it is that I even need to get in touch with. I can either go through the websites manually, one by one, looking for emails and people that I can contact. But that's going to take me hours of work, and that's not something that Claude can actually do on its own, because Claude is like a giant brain where it can think and it can provide me with answers, and it can even pull from live web search results. But Claude can't provide me with the contact information for all of these gyms because its knowledge base is limited. So that's why we're going to use Scalelist, which is the #1 email and phone number finding tool. Now, by connecting our Scalelist MCP with Claude, basically we're giving Claude hands so that it can execute tasks on our behalf by going out and searching for phone numbers and emails for us for all of these companies, even though we only have company name and company website, but that's more than enough. Now, in order to do that, we're just going to go to the scalelist.com website to create a free account and get a certain number of free credits to get started. Next, in order to connect to our Scalelist MCP, we're just going to click on the top menu where it says Platform and MCP Server. Now here we can just click on the blue button where it says Copy. For the Scalelist MCP, you can connect this either to your Claude or your ChatGPT LLM. Now that we've copied the MCP URL, we can go back over to Claude. We're just going to open up our side panel and then click Customize and select Connectors. Now from the middle panel, we can see all of the connectors that we've allowed Claude access to already. We're just going to click on the plus button where it says Add Connector and select Add Custom Connector. Then go ahead and name it Scalelist and paste in the MCP URL. Hit add, and we're all set. Claude has listed out all of the tools that it has access to with the Scalelist MCP. And really quickly on the right-hand side, we can see that there's an always allow drop-down menu. By default, yours may say needs approval. If we just click on this really quickly, we can change our access preferences here. I want to leave mine as always allow because this way, anytime that I want Claude to connect to the Scalelist MCP, whether to find an email or a phone number for me, it can just automatically execute that task for me. Whereas if I have it set on needs approval, every single time that I want to find an email or a phone number, Claude is going to stop the task and requires me to provide it with approval once, maybe several times before it's able to move forward and execute the task completely. So for that reason, in order to keep a smooth workflow, I just leave mine as always allow, but it's up to you whatever settings you would like to leave yours at. Once that's all finished, we can just go back and then close out our side panel. Put the final results into a spreadsheet with new columns for any of the emails that are found, and then make sure to include columns for all of the information that you've already provided, such as the company name, address, rating, website, and the type of gym. I'm gonna hit enter. I just realized that I forgot to specify for Claude how many emails that I want it to search for. I'm just gonna go back up here and I can edit my prompt actually. So I'm just gonna click on this little pencil and I just added in the sentence, I want at least 10 emails per company. I'm gonna hit save and now it's gonna restart that prompt. Okay, and Claude is telling me offhand that there are 18 gyms that don't have websites, which I am already aware of. In order for it to be able to find emails for me, it needs to have company name and ideally company website as well. And also that a lot of smaller independent gyms may not necessarily have 10 emails per company. I may get anywhere from 1 to 5 per website, but that's completely fine because at least 1 is better than none. So we'll start there. Now for every email found costs 1 credit and no credits are charged for emails that are not found. Verification of the email is included in the cost of the credit. Verification just means whether the email is found valid or risky. Valid meaning that the email has been found and is confirmed deliverable. Risky meaning that the email has been found, but it's unsure whether or not it's deliverable, so it's up to you to decide whether or not you still want to use that email. Now, because Claude needs some time to go through all of these company domains, we're gonna pause it right here and we'll come right back when it's all finished. Okay, it's all done. Claude has gone through all 69 locations. We can scroll down and see all of our different gyms that have been listed. They've all been color coded according to the gym type. And if we look at our columns, we can see company name, category, address, website. We have the Google rating and review count, and it's listed the emails horizontally. I would have preferred vertically, but I didn't specify. I can always ask Claude to go back and reformat this spreadsheet for me so that the emails are listed vertically instead of horizontally. And we can see there's an email status note column as well for every company on our list. At the bottom, we can see there's a second tab for the legend and notes, giving us what the category colors stand for. Email status, the cells that are green are the ones that Scalelist was able to find email addresses for. Gray is where no email was found. And for our data sources, we can see that Claude was using the Google Maps Places API with the most recent data from June 2026, which is perfect because we want to make sure that our data is as up to date as possible. In total, it covered 69 locations, 59 unique brands. There are approximately 30 websites that had emails. Let's go back and ask Claude, how many emails did you find in total? And across 35 different domains, Claude was able to find 138 email addresses for us. For this spreadsheet, I can either send this to my Google Drive, or I can click this button up here at the top to download directly to my computer. Currently, it is an Excel file, but I can also ask Claude to convert it to a CSV and then push that to my CR if I want. Next, if you want to learn how you can find names, emails, and phone numbers for your list of companies, but all directly from Google Sheets, then this next video is for you. Now it's your turn, scale smarter and not harder.